recent article talked about an amazing development. XRP's value reached an impressive 1,427. This was due to the possibility that 30% of global banking institutions would adopt it. While 30% may not seem like a lot, it's actually a big chunk of the banking industry. Interestingly, Ripple is reportedly working with nearly a third of the world's banks, and we'll show you proof of this in today's segment. The question now is whether these banks are using Ripple to its fullest potential. Unfortunately, it looks like not. We'll talk more about this topic today, and we'll also talk about some news that came out just 2 days ago that says Ripple is almost ready to go public. By the end of March, this move could send the price of XRP through the roof, reaching an unbelievable $8.97 in just over a month. Hello, HopeCoin family, and welcome back to your one-stop shop for everything XRP. Before we get into the meat of today's content, let's quickly touch base. I need a small favor from you. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell to join our amazing community. Also, just so you know, we're getting ready for an amazing XRP giveaway as we get closer to 8,000 subscribers. It's easy to enter the giveaway. Make sure you're ready and tuned in. And don't forget to leave a comment, a hashtag HelpCoin in the comments to make sure you get to enter the giveaway. In an interesting twist, SBI Holdings alone is responsible for about 4% of all foreign bank deposits. This means that SBI could be a big part of the 30% of global banks that might use Ripple's technology, but that's just the beginning. Ripple also has an interesting partnership in Brazil where it is launching its on-demand liquidity services with the help of the Brazilian central bank. This is just one piece of the global puzzle that comes from our recent discussions about the BRICS nations. If you watched my last video, you'll remember that we looked at how each member country, including China, Brazil, South Africa, one interesting possibility is that if the BRICS countries decide to work together with Ripple, it could have huge effects. Russia and India already have direct ties with Ripple for on-demand liquidity and central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. When you compare the global GDP to that of just the BRICS nations, they make up about 29% of the world's economic output. I talked a lot about this in a previous video showing how it's possible to add CBDCs to the XRP ledger and what steps are already being taken to make this happen. The XRP ledger is very important in this situation to key part of how the economy is changing, which is why as we wait for the next bull market, the potential for the technology behind Ripple stands out even more. Some people started talking about Ripple's growing role in financial technology in a very different way after the Federal Reserve said that XRP and XLM could be very important in supporting the blockchain basis of their new FedNow payment system. The Federal Reserve pointed to their work with Metal blockchain as a key step in making it easy to switch from fiat currency to stablecoins. This will help close the gap between traditional banking systems and the decentralized finance sector. Currently, Americans can make instant domestic payments mostly through third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal or digital currencies for Bitcoin wallets, but the FedNow service is going to change everything. The platform is still in its pilot stage, but over 120 organizations have already signed up to use it, including well-known banks like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as many payment processors and solution providers. This is a big step forward for both traditional banking and the new world of decentralized finance. A big name in cross-border payment solutions and distributed ledger technology is set to play a big role in the FedNow project, which is being led by the federal as well. Reserve Stellar Lumen's XLM, which is known for its blockchain-powered network that speeds up and lowers the cost of international transactions, is expected to be added to the FedNow environment. This is where the story takes an interesting turn. 8 hours ago, story caught the attention of the fintech world. XRP skyrockets to $1,427.00 as 30% of banks around the world accept it. This is a huge event that shows how blockchain and finance can change everything. The story says that 30% of the world's banks are using XRP for cross-border payments, which is what caused its amazing rise in value to $1.43. This level of acceptance shows that a huge number of people want XRP, which has caused its price to reach all-time highs. Rising market capitalization means that XRP's rise is not only a win for Ripple, but also a possible gain for investors. The story gets more interesting when it's revealed that XRP's market share is almost at or above 30%. This suggests that it will be used even more widely in the global financial system, which is a shocking development. Just 6 days ago, reports said that XRP transactions could reach more than $2.00 quadrillion, which would make its price possibility go up to $10,000.00. This is a huge change because financial institutions are now using the XRP system and its digital assets more widely. The news is out and it can't be denied. The buyback scheme for Ripple is no longer just a rumor. It's a fact. Unfolding faster than anyone thought possible, Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, is not only thinking about buying XRP, as a recent story called Ripple Kicks Off Substantial Buyback, Retiring Close to 1 billion XRP highlights. It's clear that people are confident in XRP's value and its future in the financial world. Things get more interesting when it comes out that the Federal Reserve isn't just watching from the sidelines. They want to use XRP as a key part of global payment systems. The effects are huge, with predictions that XRP's value could skyrocket to between $12,000.00 and $22.00 per coin if central banks around the world start using it more. This big jump in value emphasizes how XRP has the ability to change the way global finance works. It has also been confirmed that Google's findings are in line with this direction, confirming the Federal Reserve's plans to use XRP because it is the best way to make payments around the world. These events are a big step forward for Ripple and XRP. They put them at the forefront of financial innovation and could change the way payments are made around the world. Our team has obtained some shocking leaked papers that we are about to share with you. It's becoming clear that the Federal Reserve has had its sights set on XRP for some time now. In fact, the Fed confirmed its plans to initially set to happen by the end of 2023. This ambitious plan ran into unexpected delays that stopped XRP from becoming widely used as an officially recognized currency right away after getting the go-ahead from regulators. Now, XRP is listed alongside major governmental and central bank issued currencies like the US dollar, the euro, the British pound, and the Canadian. However, the plot thickens with new information indicating that the Federal Reserve plans to actively use the